Hey everybody, welcome to the Say Something Else podcast. I'm your host, Rick Grease. This is your co-host, Ja. What's up, Ja?
What up? You can see my background. It's a happy Valentine's Day. So happy early Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
To all y'all out there, if you got a little entanglement going on, or if you got an actual boyfriend, girlfriend. And I just want to put a PSA out there. It is not Valentine's Day. Please learn how to say it right. Valentine's.
This will be the perfect weekend to get that entanglement basket. Miss B, where you at? We need you.
Right, we need to come. She needs to sell those on her little website.
With the entanglement basket?
Baskets.
Girl. I'm sure a lot of people will buy them right now.
People buy that. Get you a little COVID booty swab within a little basket. I'm scared.
Oh my God. Yes, we need to do that. I'm gonna talk to her after the show, see what we can do. It might be too late though. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into today. Just some stupidity. I'm just very disappointed in humans from the story that we have. I know y'all heard the story about the lady that put the Gorilla Glue in her hair to lay it down, thinking that it was like the B2B glue. I think that's what it's called. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, but she thought it was that. And she put it in her hair, laid her hair down. It's slick, glued to her scalp, and now she's trying to sue the makers of Gorilla Glue because of her dumbass mistake.
Is she really trying to sue?
She's really trying to sue, and the thing is, she went to the hospital. They told her they can get it out, but it would take 20 hours. She left the hospital to do it on her own, and now she's trying to sue because her hair is going to be gone whenever she gets it out. It's gone.
See, I was brushing up on it. I was reading a whole long article about it, and I didn't see the suing part. But homegirl, if you're trying to sue, you cannot do that. Like, it literally says it on the bottle. You knew not to use that anyway. Like, it's different between like using super glue to like put jewelry on you or just anything else. But like, you're gluing it to your hair. Like, you're gonna pull that out, you're gonna be bald after this. Like, part of me feels bad for her because that's gonna be a mess. But you can't just sue over anything. Like, that's on you. They put out a statement too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Basically, their statement was a professional one saying, "Sorry, baby girl, but that's your dumbass mistake."
Well, her argument that for what I've been reading and following on Twitter and everything is that even though she put it in her hair, they're saying that hair is not the skin. Like, they should have had a warning that says not to put it on hair. But the thing is, your hair grows from your scalp, which is part of your skin. Like, it's just common sense. It's
like, put in your hair. Literally, hair is attached to skin. It's the same thing.
Exactly. If that's the case, then I mean, look, we got hair on our arms. It's still on your skin. What's the difference? But the thing is, like, she might actually be able to win this case. I would compare it to the one. I know you remember the McDonald's lady who had the hot coffee spilled on her through the drive-through, and she sued because there was, like, come on, bro.
That was different because when they tested the coffee, it was way above what coffee temperature should be to serve. It was like 3 times way hotter. So I do get her point with that because like it shouldn't have been that hot. So like if it was just a normal hot coffee temperature, she's putting on herself. I can get that. Like, you can't sue, but like they got in trouble for having their coffee way too hot anyway and serving it to people. But I do get what you're saying. Like, how could she sue?
Like, in this dumbass country, I wouldn't even put it past her that she could actually win something, or they settle out of court or something stupid like that. This is people. We got to do better. Like,
if she's really doing all this, I hope she ain't a bald headed for life.
I saw the pictures of her hair. It was toe back. It was
sweetie.
And then she went viral for that stuff. And then I seen another one, earmuffs if you got sensitive ears, on Twitter, where some woman put some on her coochie hairs. Trying to go viral. I'm like, what's people wrong? Social media is a disease. We need to. I can't.
Why are you doing that? Why would she need that on her coochie?
For likes. Like, it's a drug. Likes are a drug.
Would do anything for clout nowadays.
Anything, literally. It's like, I was cracking up when I saw that. I was like, there's no way I'm not talking about that on the podcast today.
I bet the thing is screaming down there.
Oh my God. But anyway, jumping to our next topic, I'll let you go ahead and take this one.
Okay, so we had a few topics today. It's gonna be like a lightning round podcast, so we're gonna go through it quick. But so the Golden Globes released their nominees last week. So they've made history. So this is great history they're making. It's the first time 3 female directors have been nominated in the Best Director category. So I'm like, oh, that's cool that women are getting representation. And then I read more. This is the first. Let me see. Let me check my notes real quick. Just make sure I got the information right. This is the first time in history that more than one woman has been nominated in the Best Director category. And for
In history, like how far back are we talking?
like
Like recent history or like history history?
entire history of the Golden Globes.
That's
So there's never been more than one at a time being nominated.
ridiculous.
Right. Let's see. In the history of the Golden Globes, only 5 women have been nominated for Best Director in the entire history. I think it's been around for like 70 years or something like that. It's been
Wow.
decades there. And then even reading even further in the Academy Awards, the Oscars, the whole for 92 years, only 5 have been nominated. My bad. Golden Globes is 7 in history, and then the Oscars has been 5.
Okay, that's insane.
I like it's good that they're getting recognition. Like one of the women that were nominated was Regina King for One Night in Miami. I haven't seen that one yet, but I know she's a very talented actress and she's getting directing. She's been getting a lot of praise for that movie. And then the other one is Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman. That's
Yes,
a movie that we talked about. So I definitely think that is a deserved nomination. That was very well directed. And that was like her first film too.
for a promising young woman.
That was her debut.
Good.
And the other one was Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, which I heard is getting a lot of praise too. But I just want to talk about like this is the issue that we have. Like, there's not enough diversity in the nominations. Like, it's the same thing when it comes to minorities being nominated for acting nominations and directing. Like, we're not saying that every time a minority acts or directs are better than white people, but I mean, you're really going to say in that whole history, there's only been 5 women that deserve a nomination. Like, come on now.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Number one. Second thing is just from my experience, from all the movies and TV shows and everything I've watched over the years since I've been watching TV and movies, is that a lot of the things that I watch that are directed by women, they're actually better than some of the stuff the men directed. Like for example, with The Walking Dead, they have like different directors for different shows. They might like one male director might get a certain block of shows he does, and another one might get another one. And then you have I forgot her name, but there's a woman or two that do episodes for The Walking Dead also. And every time they do an episode, it's like way more vicious and like everything's just better compared to some of the episodes that the men do. So and I know that's a thing for a lot of different shows and movies and stuff. So we got to start getting more women, more minorities into these award shows, and really not even, let's take us there further, not just for awards, but basically anything in life, jobs, just recognition for anything.
Yeah. Even the opportunity to be able to direct and to get like to be able to direct big budget films. Like Wonder Woman got so much recognition when the first Wonder Woman when it came out was because that was like one of the first blockbuster movies that women directed.
Yeah.
And it hit like a big milestone on how much money it made. And like it was 2019, 2018 when that came out. Like, why did it take so long? And I agree, we need more representation. And I feel like even with genres, when it comes to award shows, like I feel like all they nominate is like those like heavy hitting family dramas.
Yeah.
Like yeah, they're great, they're well written, well directed, but like, what about all the other genres out there that deserve to be nominated? Like the movie The Babadook.
Yeah.
Horror movie, which horror movies barely ever get any recognition, but that was a female director, critically acclaimed movie. Why did that get recognition? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. There's like a lot of other ones that needs to be nominated, and if we're not going to include everybody into just the base genre, like you said, the dramas that everybody always tends to elect for these awards, we either need to have separate award shows for different genres, or y'all need to start including every genre and not just like targeting a specific type, because you're limiting. First of all, you're limiting your pool of selections, and if you expand that, you're going to include a broader like amount of different directors from different ethnicities or different genders.
Yeah.
So
You're also going to attract the bigger audience that watches
yeah,
it too. Because like
exactly.
people don't even watch award shows nowadays because like it's always like the dramas that a lot of people just don't care about.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big movie fan, but that I will be honest, that's the genre I don't usually gravitate to. Like I will watch some and love some, but that's just not what I feel most people gravitate to with movies. Like there's so much more than that. And like it's going to help them in the long run. More people are going to watch if they see movies that they love be represented.
Yeah. And I feel another thing we need to do is we need to stop letting the people vote for this stuff because we've seen obviously what happens when people vote. So let's just do
Hey.
away with let's just do away with that because most people just vote for their favorite. They're biased. They don't care about the other genres. They don't appreciate art or even know art. So they just vote for their favorite, especially in the music industry. They just vote for their favorite, even though there's other people out there that's been killing it and been on thousands of features. Obviously, that person's hot if they're on everybody's song. Uh, it gets on my nerves. I haven't even watched an award show in like 3 years. Like I just can't do it no more.
A lot of it's like real political, not political in the sense of like the presidency and stuff like that, but it's like they know someone should win it, but they give to someone else, and like a popular actor or something like that will finally win an award years later for a performance that wasn't even as good, but it's like, oh well, it's their time to win, so it's clear that they give him the award for to make up for all the other ones lost.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So these people have different agendas, so they want to try to conceal or not conceal, but just keep I don't even know how to say this. Keep other people or other types of people or different genders away from that recognition because they know once they let the floodgates in, then it's over for them.
Right. It's
So,
less of the pie for them, so they don't want that.
yeah. Anyway, moving on for our next topic. This is some sick shit that I just read, and nobody's even doing anything about it. There's no like investigation by the government into this stuff or regulations or anything. There's a report that just came out a couple days ago that they found arsenic, like toxic metal or levels of arsenic, toxic metals found in baby foods, like big
Harmful.
brands too. Yeah, like Gerber and Beech Nut brands. These are stuff that, like the Beech Nut little baby foods. This is stuff that my kids ate, and they just not coming out with this report. Like I don't understand how these companies are not shut down right now. How are you still selling these products on the shelves? What that tells me is that
Capitalism.
the the companies and the government don't give a damn about your life, and they're trying to kill everything. If they're putting this type of stuff in baby food, what are they putting in our food that they haven't came out with a report yet? If they don't give a fuck about babies, they don't give a fuck about you either. Sorry for the language.
And it's scary because like reading the information about this, there's levels of like arsenic and other chemicals in regular food that just are going to appear naturally, but they put a cap on how much it could be. And what showed up in the baby food, according to this article, was like 8 to 9 times higher than what the acceptable level was. And they knew it. Like that's what's wrong in the world. These companies doing things that are wrong and they know it, and then nothing happens to them.
Yeah.
Like there's no repercussions. Like they're not gonna get a fine. They're gonna get shut down. Everything just keeps going as normal.
Exactly. And what incentive do they have to change that if they're not even going to get a slap on the wrist for it? They're going to keep on with that behavior. It's just like a kid. You let kids get away and do stuff, and there's no repercussions for it. What do you think is going to happen? They're not going to be responsible themselves and stop doing it. Nobody does that.
I think the simplest solution to all this is just don't have kids.
Well, we still got to eat. So I mean, I'm sure they put in a lot more different crap in our food than that. Like, what can you do? What can you do? You can't eat baby food. You can't eat regular food. You can't even eat vegetables because all the damn pesticides on it. Like, what are we supposed to do as humans? What is the reason? What is the purpose of life?
Life sucks.
This is nothing but a prison. This Earth is a prison. I'm convinced. Change my mind otherwise.
Life sucks. No, for real though, like really, what are you supposed to do now? It makes you wonder, like, is there harmful levels of stuff in our food too?
Oh, there has to be. There's no doubt. Like, there's no doubt. And just because it don't say it on the label, or most people don't read the labels anyway. If you take the time to Google and research the stuff that's in the ingredients in our food, it's stuff like that and worse.
Yeah.
But nobody reads it.
I mean, we can clearly see that people don't read the labels according to Miss Gorilla Glue bitch. She ain't reading the labels. People ain't reading the labels either when it comes to their food.
At all. So it's like at this time, like Drake said, we here for a good time, not a long time. Man, I don't know what else to tell anybody at this point. But anyway, next topic that we have, this is a crazy article that came out, or not article, but video that I saw yesterday. It was in Dubai, and people were making recordings with their cell phone. They were seeing 2 huge moons in the sky, and a lot of people didn't know what the heck was going on. It looks so real, but come to find out that it's actually holographic technology that they're using to project that stuff into the sky. There's like an invisible, what the article say? It was like an invisible, like movie type screen that you can't even see it, but they can project this stuff into the sky and make it look real. And that's crazy as hell. Like, how do we even know this stuff in our atmosphere or in the planets? Is this stuff even real anymore? Like, what is life?
It doesn't mean that everything is fake just because they did this.
I mean, the movie Truman Show is like one of my favorite movies, and like we're literally living in the Truman Show when we can do stuff like this.
Real.
So man, they might just, I don't know what the hell they even using it for, but honestly, if they can do that and make it look real, what else can they project in here that looks real? I mean, they could literally fake an entire alien invasion. That's why they've been disclosing all this stuff over the past year and a half about aliens and alien technology and all this other crap, and all the movies that they put out about aliens. And then you got the government putting in their little stimulus bill, like we discussed before, that they have to disclose everything they know about aliens. What's the purpose? It's all leading up to something. So
it just might be. I mean, if they really do have some little alien invasion come, I don't even care.
I don't either anymore. I don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore. Pick me up, kill me. I was kidding. I don't care.
This is a Lil Jada No Soul. That's an inside joke, but that's where we are right now.
Logging off. This is John. I was kidding.
Emptiness on the inside. I don't care.
I mean, it really. The video did look really cool, though. What's it called? So you can look it up, or
I can post the link because it was on Twitter that I saw the video, but there is an actual article that I can click on, and then I'll include that link on there if you guys want to see.
Cool. That little projection they had in the sky did look very lifelike. It looked like some of that of Star Wars, but like in real life, just like 2 moons. But it was like Mars. They were projecting like Mars's 2 moons, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, that'd be tight if they put a little movie up there, like play a little movie up in the sky. Or maybe they could put the little video of the lady Gorilla Glue in her cooch.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Little pasty in the sky. Who's like, oh my god, what is that?
I know. So if y'all just wake up one day, or you just out at the store strolling around or taking a jog outside, and it just get dark and you see some aliens in the sky, don't believe that shit. It ain't real.
Coochie in the sky.
It's a hologram. Oh, and then on top of that, I even seen for the Super Bowl, the pregame shows. One of the guys on NFL Network was interviewing this lady. It looked like she was right there next to him. They were talking. He was asking her questions and stuff. They were discussing different things about the Super Bowl. And then she was after she answered her last question, he thanked her for her input. And then she was like, "Peace" or something like that. And then she got like zapped out. It was just a hologram that they used.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, no freak way. Now they're putting this stuff on TV. Like, it's just a mess. Just a mess.
You don't think it's kind of cool?
No, it's cool as hell, but I mean, come on, bro. If they can do that stuff, then they have. I mean, they already have the technology. I don't know if you heard of deep fakes, but they have the technology to. Yeah.
Like the videos look really real. Like it's almost like Photoshop for videos.
Yeah. So what's to stop them from putting out anybody or the government from putting out a video about something, and it's just a deep fake? Like, nobody knows anything anymore except for them.
Being done. A lot of like trolls and stuff like that are. Like those Russian bots and stuff, they put out a lot of those deep fakes to make it seem like, oh, look at this candidate said when it actually wasn't even true.
Yeah.
What is real anymore?
Both sides. Yeah, we don't know. Reality is just I can't with it anymore. I'm over it. But
If you could project anything in the sky with a hologram, what would you do? What video would you show or photo?
there's got to be one of the funny TikTok videos we'd be passing back and forth, something like that. But moving on to our next topic, I had briefly touched on this. I think it was about 2 weeks ago in regards to all the GameStop stock stuff that was going on the past couple weeks and month. And I just think right now is a perfect time because ever since then, with GameStop and AMC stock, a lot more people have been getting into cryptocurrency and using their like stimulus checks to invest the money and win a couple $100 or a couple thousand or 100,000 or hell, some people even got millions off of doing that stuff. And there's even articles that came out from billionaires talking about that he thinks a lot of people are using that stimulus money to invest in that stuff, and they want to get it changed to where only people who actually need the stimulus money that were affected by like losing a job or something like that only get the checks. So just another way they're trying to keep people down from
They will literally they will find any tactic to keep people from moving up in the world.
But y'all literally told us to invest smart with the money, so we did that, and you still complaining. So like, bitch, what do you want?
They're like, no, not like that, not like that. Yeah, that's too many of y'all. Seriously.
So yeah, I made a couple of investments in different cryptocurrencies. I think I have about I want to say like 6 of them that I've been putting little amounts of money into and letting them grow and everything like that. So I would encourage people to learn more about cryptocurrency. I did take the time to create like a Word document that has like just basic terms that you hear thrown around with cryptocurrency and like the definitions of those, so you can like understand how it works. And then I put like a glossary of terms in there, so you can scroll down and find every term associated with cryptocurrency, and it'll give you a definition of it. And then I also included some of the top ones to invest in. And this is not financial or investment advice. It's just something I did personally for myself to help me understand more. But I have no problem sharing it with everybody. I spoke to my dad. He even told me that I should charge people for it. But I don't want to be like other people and charge for information like that to help. I'm here to help people. I'm not trying to like, make money out of nobody. I'm trying to make money for myself, but I want everybody to eat. So I have no problem like posting and sharing that for anybody that's interested. Just send me a message and I'll do that. But
interested, I need a little class.
Do what?
So I'm interested. I'll take a little class.
I sent you an email unless I had your email wrong.
Oh, I don't check my email. You gotta tell me.
I just sent it yesterday.
Tell me you sent it. I will not check it. Let me. Okay, y'all. I'm literally a piece of. I'm gonna y'all how many unread messages I have in my inbox.
But yeah, I posted also on there some of the different types that I think are the best ones or the most popular ones for this year. And then I also included a link that explains what each one of those cryptos are and how it works together and everything. So I encourage people, when y'all get them stimmies, don't even use your own money unless you got it like that. But use their money and flip their money that they giving us to build wealth for yourself. And it's not necessarily a get rich quick scheme or anything like that, but if you have the patience to invest long term, I think in like the next 2 to 5 years, like this stuff's going to blow up, and the people who start investing now or people who've been investing in it for years, that wealth is going to shift. It already has started for a select few, but I think the more people that get into it now before because there's a real possibility that this stuff is going to be our next like currency and once money's gone. So if you start now, you're gonna set yourself and your family up good for the future. I'm just glad that I got into it now, and the whole GameStop thing motivated me to start learning and getting into it, especially because I wanted to get back at the rich people. So this is a huge movement. I feel glad I'm part of the movement and glad that I'm doing it for myself, and I hope y'all want to too. That's all I got.
I mean, okay, I'm down to learn about it if it really is gonna jump off like that. And I'm trying to get myself a little coin.
Yeah, I got a couple of coins from the little bit that I used from my stimulus check. I put a little bit into several different types, and I did it at the right time because some of like Dogecoin that I was talking about, I got it when it was under 1 cent, and I think I had like 10,000 Dogecoins and it was like 0.008 cents. It jumped all the way up to like 9 cents before I sold that mug before it fell back down again. So I like double, tripled what I originally put in.
How much did you get back for it?
I'll tell you off air.
Was it a few thousand?
It wasn't like a whole crazy amount, but it was way more than I put in because, like I said, it's under a penny. So,
okay,
yeah. But now it's to the point where it's going down, but it's not down to that floor it was before. Now it's hovering around the 7 cent to 8 cent mark, and it's probably not going to go back down much more than that. It's only up from here, and a lot of other ones are doing that too. So,
yeah, I need to check it out then. Okay, so back to the email, y'all. I'm literally a piece of shit. Like my inbox, I have 78,000 unread messages.
Oh, I can do better than that. I have 73,651. I don't know if y'all can see this. Look at that email marker.
That's more. I said 78.
Look at that.
Yeah, I have like 5,000 more unread than you. What's wrong with this?
Ain't nobody got time to be reading that email. If it's something important, I'll look at it. Look at that screensaver, though.
What is it? Is that Chucky when he was burned?
Yeah. I saw that picture. I was like, oh, I'm using that.
Can you send that to me? I want that on mine, too. That's iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, they're like, who has the time to read all the emails? Because most of the time, it's just like junk email from like random apps you sign them for. Like when you buy something from a website, they just keep sending you email.
That's pretty much.
I unsubscribe and I still get all this trash. Like I have one from Pep Boys. I looked them up once to see if I can get a coupon. I didn't even go. Like it's just stupid.
But yeah, that's all we have for today. Unless you, our hot takes. We got to do the hot takes.
Get the hat time.
Let's go. Want to start off with yours?
No, you can go first.
First, okay.
Yeah.
Well, my hot take, because people seem split on this, is that The Weeknd actually killed the halftime show. And I literally, like you're telling me, we already knew that he wasn't no Chris Brown when it came to dancing. He's a little stiff out there. But everything else I thought was pretty good from the set that he used. And it was a lot different than what some of the other halftime shows have been. I know it's already been turned into a meme, like immediately right after it happened. It was turned into a meme. The part where he was like inside the lights, like looking at stuff. I'd be cracking up on the internet, but I thought it was good. The songs, I love all those songs. I'm a huge Weeknd fan. I was a fan of him before he even got his major record deal, and people even really knew about him like that. So, I mean, I've been listening to this dude for like 10 years plus. So I thought it was great. Little satanic, but all of them are.
Well, my take on the Super Bowl, this is not my hot take personally, but I will say that he did kill the Super Bowl, as in he killed it. It was terrible. I'm just playing. Look, I don't think it was terrible. It wasn't necessarily bad, but I don't think it was good. Like, to say you killed it, like, I don't get how you can say that. Like, the theatrics of it, the set was good. I really did love that. Like, it was a great entrance.
Yeah.
Like it was like a build up to it. Like all the set theatrics were good. Like the whole like theme of it and everything like that was pretty fantastic. I really liked that. But other than that, I don't really think he brought anything else. Like the vocals, they weren't that good. They were a little weak. They were not strong vocals. You cannot listen to that and say the vocals were strong. Come on.
He's probably out of breath from all that running around.
Okay, well the vocals still were weak. I don't care. Like look, the vocals were not that strong. Half the time you couldn't even hear what he was saying. I was like, what is he even saying? Like, it's like,
I'm not a real fan. I knew exactly what he was saying.
I'm not a fan, but it doesn't matter if Beyonce was out there and I couldn't hear what she was saying. I'm like, you can't hear what she's saying. I know the words, but you can't hear it. But that would never happen with her. She doesn't have those issues. I'm just kidding. No, but like the dancing, the lack of was pretty stiff. And like I feel like he didn't really have much stage presence. It was kind of like the same dead in the eyes look the whole time. He was just kind of like this. It reminded me of like a little kid. He reminded me like a little kid up at church when they go sing. They'd be like, Amazing Grace. But like his face was like that. Like
Always like that though. That's what I'm saying. He's always like that. His music is he's like what's that guy name? I don't even know how to say his name. I'll call him Six Lack, but I guess his name he go by Black. But he spells it with the six and then Lack. So people be calling him Six Lack.
Oh.
But he makes depressing music. Like kind of like XXX, all their music is like depressing stuff. He's always thinking about like heartbreaks and stuff like that. That's just how he looks.
But that's fine if that's your music, but I just feel like it didn't come across like he was really feeling it. Like I feel like there was a lack of energy with his presence and like his movement. It just was like no energy to it.
No, what the lack of energy was from the Kansas City Chiefs, but that's another subject.
Yeah, I don't watch sports. You know, look, y'all remember my first hot take when we did this was that sports are overrated and they suck. Y'all, I didn't even know who was in the Super Bowl this year. I usually don't. I didn't even know who was in it until like the day before. I can't even. I remember the Buccaneers, and that was about it.
Just assume Tom Brady's in the Super Bowl until you hear he's dead.
And then I didn't even know the Weeknd was performing until the day of.
Not a fan.
I'm not a fan of the Weeknd.
Anyway, moving on. What's your hot take for today?
Okay, look, I know it's in hard, but it really wasn't bad. It was just meh, a little bit bad, a little mad to me.
No, I get it.
But I do like. I mean, I'm not a fan really, but I like he has good songs. He's talented still.
All I'm gonna say is if he had the moves of Chris Brown or Michael Jackson, he would be a lot huger than what he is because his vocals are just amazing.
Maybe so.
Anyway.
Better late next time, Weeknd. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So my hot take for today is beer is disgusting and overrated. Most beers. I feel like there's a few beers out there that I can kind of drink, but it's like most of the time they just feel like they're gross and like half the time I feel like people don't even like beer. I just feel like they drink it because they're trying to fit in, like you said earlier before the podcast, or like they're trying to, I don't know, be macho. I feel like a lot of men don't want to drink anything other than beer. Because this is what men drink, this is what we do. Like it's nasty. You cannot tell me you're drinking beer and you think it tastes good.
I do agree with that point because anytime I go to a restaurant with friends or something like that back in the day, before COVID and stuff, I just drink what I like, what tastes good to me. So a lot of times I get those drinks that's like the fruity drinks that are deemed feminine drinks or something like that, and they be clowning. But I don't care what they'll say, it tastes good to me.
That should have been my hot take. Drinks need to start having a gender because like it's so dumb. You see like guys make fun of like a Cosmopolitan. Oh, that's a girly drink. Oh, be a man. But a Cosmopolitan's a strong drink. Like a Cosmopolitan is like 2 shots of vodka, a splash of cranberry juice. Like that's strong.
Yeah, I don't get it either. They think because it got color in it, it's feminine. I'll drink men and women drinks. I don't give a fuck. I do not discriminate. I would drink literally anything. I'll mix darks and lights. I do not care. You see me do this. I would literally pour whatever alcohol's at the table all together in the same cup and take it to the head and pass out. I don't care.
Yeah, we women darks and light because we are mixed. We are dark.
Oh my god,
yeah. But I just feel like this hot take has like mutated to something different, which is cool. But like people with that attitude towards drinking, like, maybe you're not drinking for your own enjoyment then? Maybe you're drinking to prove a point because it doesn't make sense. Like, what's the problem with their fruity alcohol drink? You would drink Kool-Aid if it didn't have alcohol in it, but once you put alcohol in it, oh, that's girly, that's fruity. It's just a drink. What it tastes good.
And I feel like with beer depends. That's like one of those drinks that depends on a lot of different factors for it to taste good. Like it has to be cold, like super cold. Once it starts getting room temperature or hotter, it's disgusting.
Disgusting. Yeah, that's true.
Some of them you got to put lime in for it to taste good. Other ones use like Blue Moon has like that orange like scent to it as well. So, and then there's just the beers that are just straight beer, and some of them are so bitter. I don't know if it's because it's too many hops or not enough hops or what. It's like a lot of the IPAs are like that too. It's like overly strong. I bought one a couple years back at Total Wine, and I almost threw up because like it's good, but the aftertaste, it tastes like you just like you going outside and getting a pine, and just like eating it. It's so
Like
nasty.
gin. Have you ever had gin?
Oh yes, I've had
That's
gin.
that tastes like. That is
It's like the
disgusting.
strongest. Ugh.
See, I feel like people only drink gin to try to seem hip. There's no way you like
Gin is nasty as hell.
no way you like
Like
that.
it literally burns your throat. I feel like one of those cigarette patients that like smoke 3 packs every day for their whole life. You know how they sound when they have a little recorder and they're like, man. That's how gin tastes like when you drink.
Give me a vodka. I just had gin.
Give me that.
Get one more of those shots.
But anyway, that's all we have for today. We hope y'all enjoyed the show. Please don't forget, we got Valentine's Day coming up this weekend.
Valentine's.
Valentine's, my bad. Valentine's. Get on to the website. We'll have the information and get you some beard oil, some beard balm from Mrs. B's line. Visit
right now. Look at
Go
that.
ahead.
That's what I have something on right now.
Got the grease. I know you see the curls popping, hair growing, looking beautiful.
That's that miracle.
Yeah. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button, subscribe button if you enjoy what you heard. When y'all hit that like button, it helps us get the video seen for more people. If you're on Facebook, please like, please share, please comment. On YouTube as well, please comment. We respond to everybody that responds back to us. So if you have ideas, like we always said, please let us know and we can discuss whatever y'all want.
Yeah, if you have any ideas for anything else you want to hear us talk about, laugh about, let us know.
Yep. Well, that's all we got for today. I'm your host, Rick Reese. Rewind.
I'm your co-host, Rick.
I'm your host, Rick Reese. This is your co-host, Ja. We out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
Black is King on Disney Plus.
Valentine's Day, you're gonna take the duck.